What's going on, my amazing retro squad and my wonderful renegades? This is your boy Retro Quin, and I told y'all we gonna keep this series going, man. We got the Impatient series from the Asylum. I think that's an album or EP. I can't remember. Research department, y'all let me know down below. But I told y'all that we're going back, trying to catch up, make sure we get them all knocked out before we check out the rest of them that they dropped. But this one is titled Tarantula from REN and Webby. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. I think the last two that we came off of was Casket and Neurodivergent. A little more on like the softer side, kind of pulling at your heartstrings and stuff. But we got Tarantula right here. I'm gonna see what type of vibe they give us in this one, because we've been getting a different vibe for every type of song. But let's go ahead and get it. Tarantula with the album title. Let me see. Got a question right here, because I know Ren, he like to do a lot of like Easter eggs and stuff, in which I feel like the logo has always been like this, but I ain't 100% sure. But these two bite marks right here, could that symbolize the tarantula biting into the head, like biting into the flesh or biting into the person? I wonder. The research department, y'all let me know.
Tarantula, gang, right from the stereo. Gargantuan, goddamn fit for a burial. A cannula from my wrist, sick material. A chronically ill, sound for your area. I just let go, there's a...
Hold on. Let me see something.
Gargantuan, goddamn fit for a burial. A cannula from my wrist, sick material. A chronically ill, sound for your area. I just let go.
Cannula. I think that's how you pronounce it, cannula. But then he goes back and mentions the chronic illness. That got to be a callback from his sickness. And for those that don't know, the cannula, I think that's how, like I said, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but you seen that he showed his wrist like this, and you know it could be a double entendre, like him playing off of the whole spider, you know how they shoot their web, but you know just kind of making it like Spider-Man in a sense, but also playing off of the cannula, because they have to put it, I can't remember the exact area that they put it, but I feel like they put it like, you know, either on your wrist area or, you know, upper part of your arm. But it's like that clear thing that they have to put on you when they get ready to like draw blood, or, you know, give you certain IV, or, you know, like transfusion stuff like that. But they'll run that, or like even if you're dehydrated and stuff like that. So that's how they feed you, all type of stuff, man. But it's that clear like tape, like plasticky type stuff that they put on your arm to you know, kind of get a vein, and then that's when they feed everything through that tube. But I like that call out right there.
Basic material, a chronically ill, sound for your area. I just let go, there's a crack in my design.
Crack in my design.
Like an echo, these thoughts replay in my mind. There's no safety, there's no rest, there's no sleep for the dead. And I hate these side effects that get left by the man.
Side effects get left. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm with you, Ren. I think I'm with you on this one. A lot of callbacks from I mean, not necessarily callbacks from his other songs, but now that I've gone like down the deep rabbit hole of Ren and, like, you know, his artistry and stuff, I know that he talks about you know, like his I can't even remember the name of the disease, but the whatever the disease is, I know he talks about it a lot throughout a lot of his songs. And you know, he has like High Ren, I think Illness, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, like I can't remember a lot of the titles, but y'all know that he has a lot of songs where he calls back you know, on his sicknesses and just a lot of the things that he's been battling, a lot of the ups and downs throughout this entire process that he's been going through. And it seemed like we're getting a lot of those callbacks once again in this video. But you know, and then he talked about like the echoes from the voices inside of his head, and I see that they kind of in a white room, and then we got that like black tarantula, black paint on the wall. So it could be one of them things where it's like, you know, like some inner demons or you battling something. And, you know, and then the other thing that I noted too was like, he was like, there's a crack or, you know, something to that effect. But it could also be like, you know, not necessarily giving up, but, you know, yeah, I think they call it, you got a chink in your armor or something like that, where like something is pierced through in a sense. But I'm really loving like the direction that he going with this right now. And like I said, it's a lot of it is because I've been following the journey for so long, and you know, just kind of getting a better understanding of who Ren is as a person. So it's just all making sense to me. I love it.
In my mind, there's no safety, there's no rest, there's no sleep for the dead. And I hate these side effects that get left by the man.
Side effects from the meds.
I got the devil on my shoulder, and the weight might break my back. I'm losing my composure, and I might crash.
Hold it in the road.
So they say that my persona has a tendency to come so undone that, and my identity is stuck inside this white room I painted black.
Let me see. He says, stuck inside this white room I painted black. Or did he say my paint is black? But either way, it's kind of, you know, kind of realigning with, you know, some of the stuff that I was thinking, where like, you know, they're in this all white room, but a lot of the black, you know, a lot of the darkness is starting to like slowly seep in. And then he was like, the devil on his shoulder, that could be more of like those inner thoughts, you know, trying to take over. But I wonder if it's going to be one of those things where they're constantly trying to fight it, and, you know, just having that constant battle with good versus evil. Like, man, they doing a great job with this right now.
It's a tendency to come so undone that, and my identity is stuck inside this white room I painted black.
Okay.
Tarantula, bang bang, contractor muscular. I'm venomous, bring fangs right to your jugular. Cutting your brains on the rug and your blood on the comforter. Part of me's Peter Parker, but bust my guns like the Punisher. I'm a rabbit arachnid.
Part of me is like Peter Parker, but bust my guns like the Punisher. I know the Punisher got those two, I think it's like two big shotguns or something like that. But I hear you. I hear you now. I like this pocket that Chris in too. Let me go back.
This white room I painted black. Tarantula, bang bang, contract.
Hold on, man. I don't want to keep pausing and stuff, but it looked like he was drawing an H right here on the wall. Kind of. So when I see that, it make me just instantly go back to high REN. But I want to see though. I want to see right here. He drawing an H. I'm assuming that's gonna be an I, but I don't know.
Tarantula, bang bang, contractor muscular. I'm venomous, bring fangs right to your jugular. Cutting your brains on the rug and your blood on the comforter. Part of me's Peter Parker, but bust my guns like the Punisher. I'm a rabbit arachnid, I'm trapping them in the web. Then I wrap them up like a package for afterwards in the shed. I'm carnivorous in the blood of these rappers. Is how I'm fed to live a death like Dexter. Dark as the passenger in my head. And they know I'm a killer on the low. Patient 00. Fuck a cheat code, my ammo's unlimited. I only stop when I gotta reload. I'm 20 below and the blood in me frozen. I painted this room, only color I know. Yeah, I painted it black, it was dark as my soul. So fuck it, let's go. I got the devil on my shoulder, and the weight might break my back. I'm losing my composure, and I might crash. And so they say that my persona has a tendency to come so undone that, and my identity is stuck inside this white room I painted black. Back to back, you can't catch that flow. Counteract upon tracks that blow. Chiropractic by snapping, fat bait, gymnastic, mash it up, massive bro. Casual, this shit easy, G. Ride the beat, come on, you know me. Designed to be the best, need the best to test me. Watch me rise up victoriously. Yeah, we back on that loose again. Representing that loony bin. Give a fuck if I lose or win. When that spider bite go right through the skin. Then I'm hit when I strike the bang. Got a monster locked up inside my brain. And wrestle with them's like fighting Bane. But I know that part of me likes the pain. Like a masochist, spider biting, antagonist, biting, sighting, paralysis, vital signs of a pathogen. Striking deep in the artery. Peter Parker, but darker, see black and bruise on the mark. I leave random web is the thread you see. Got time to kill, murder on my mind. I'll give your spine a chill. Show up in Silent Hill, bumping twisted metal behind the wheel. We pose a threat, pulling you under. Hope you can hold your breath and kill them all until there's no one left. Tarantula.
Golly, man. Kill them all until there's no one left. Tarantula. Oh, man. When I seen that, you know, when they was finishing up spray paint on the wall, it didn't spell out how REN, but you know, that was just me kind of getting ahead of myself. I thought that's the direction that they was headed. But another thing that I want to kind of note is like right there towards the end, you could see that, you know, they went to the to the time lapse, and you could see like a lot of people just kind of in and out, constantly painting black, and then they painted over the camera. And then it switched over to like, you know, a party scene, darkness, you know, look like maybe like some LSD, they tripping out and stuff like that. So what I'm wondering is, were they constantly battling like the good versus evil that they was talking about, the devil on their shoulders, or like the weight of the world on their shoulders, so to speak? And I'm wondering, did the darkness end up consuming them and just kind of taking over? And that's what resulted in them switching over to like that nightlife and all, you know, all of the craziness and madness in which, you know, like that could signify just a lot of the things going on in their head and stuff. But I'm wondering about that, man. This one was a good one as well. I love the approach that they took on it, how they, you know, how they flipped it in a sense. And a lot of times, which I done told y'all this in the past, but a lot of times when REN do these type of songs, I love them because it makes you think. Like it's and of course you can still enjoy it, but it really makes you think, like, you know, what's going on? What are the Easter eggs? What is he trying to tell us? What is he trying to portray? And then, like, once it all comes together, it just hits you like, that's what it was. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I'm gonna keep going. I think the next one that we got on the list is Smoking Gun. So we're gonna get that one knocked out, get it up on the channel. But as always, I appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay positive and stay smiling. And without further ado, this is your boy Retro Quin. I'm out.